But your path is your own. Follow it, and you'll end up right where you're supposed to be.
Huh?
There he is. Wake up, Atreus. Wake up. Glad you've come back to us.
Hi. Where's my father?
Somewhere here in the hold. He'll be glad to see you.
Thanks, Hare. I should find my father.
Mom, stop it. I'm fine.
Hush.
Thrud,
Loki!
I'm so glad you're both alive. You have no idea, and I'm sorry. Thor, he tried, you know? I'm sorry I couldn't do more. Nothing will fix what you're feeling. But I hope there's some comfort in knowing Odin's gone.
There absolutely is.
Loki, it was an honor to fight alongside a giant. Know that.
Will you stay here in Midgard?
For a bit. Then I've got something I need to find.
I'm working with Hildisvini to get the rest of the Asgardians to Vanaheim. To help rebuild.
Then I hope it can be a fresh start for them. And you. Oh, and Thrud. I hope you find what you're looking for. Good luck.
See ya, Loki.
Take care. Were either of your weapons damaged in the battle?
I should be fine. Maybe a couple nips here and
Huh. Lugan made it out. Good for him.
Oh, and if you could get this wood over to Bronnus...
Skilder?
Loki! Hey! Glad to see the head injury didn't make you forget me. Did you have a head injury? Everything was a blur. Maybe that was someone else. Anyway, man, I'm really glad to see you.
I'm glad to see you too. Looks like you're keeping busy.
I'm just happy to help folks. We're on track to have bedrolls for everyone, and your friend's wolves have been helping out with hunting. We should have plenty to feed everyone.
No shit.
No shit? And hey, thank you for everything. We wouldn't even be here without you and your friends.
Yeah, of course. I just wish we could have gotten more people out.
Loki, you did good.
Thanks, Skilder. Take care, okay?
Hey, you know me. Has anyone seen any extra blankets lying around? That snow might be melting, but it's still gonna be pretty cold in this place.
Oh, there he is. And one for the kid, too. Skull!
Here, here.
Skull, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you. And Freyr's sacrifice.
It's true.
Well, we were just swapping our own Freyr fables.
Right. So where was I? Oh. When we met, I was expecting this warrior, this master planner, a born leader. The legend came before the man. But the man himself was very different. He won me over, though. He was just so damn kind.
I think it helped that he was handsome.
This is true. And incredibly charming.
All right, stop. Y'all are gonna make me start crying all over again.
Sorry. Gotta go find my father.
Be safe, you. Y'all remember that time?
I'm pleased to see you awake.
Freya,
It was his choice. I couldn't take that from him.
you saved us all. I'll never forget that.
The family I thought I had was taken from me piece by piece. But there's comfort in the family I've chosen. Your mother was right, you know. You grew into that bow after all. You are a formidable warrior, but even more than that, you have a good heart. Nothing you've endured has changed that. I'm so proud of the man you've become, Atreus.
Thank you. For everything. I should find my father.
You should.
Atreus! Oh, you gave us quite a scare there.
Glad to see you too, Mimir. Listen. I want to thank you.
Oh, what else did you expect from the smartest man alive?
It's not just because you're smart. You listened to me. Mentored me. And, well, you're basically another dad to me.
Lad.
No. I need you to hear it. I appreciate you so much.
I love you too, little brother.
See you, Mimir.
It's good to see you about, Atreus.
You too, Hildisvini.
I hear you're headed to Vanaheim today,
And it's nice down here, huh? No loud noises. We're okay. You did so good today, boy. I'm so proud of you. Maybe later, we can find some treats.
Okay. My turn.
Who's that, huh? Yeah, we know him.
Maybe one of these days I'll surprise you.
Oh, you already have.
You were in good hands. Thank you for saving us.
I decided it would be better if I wrote the ending myself. You haven't told your father yet, have you?
Told him about what?
Come on. Giant visions? I already saw it. I get it.
Every part of me is telling me this is what I have to do. I just don't know how to say it.
Come with me. I've got something I want to show you. Both of you.
I do not wish to intrude.
This is for you too.
Atreus, I am glad you are well.
I'm glad you are too. So, what was the end of the story?
What?
Before Ragnarok, you promised to finish it if I fell asleep.
When death arrived, He asked why the old man had called for him. Seeing death before him caused the old man to reconsider his request. After a moment, he asked that death help him lift the logs onto his back, so that he may continue on his journey.
He wasn't ready to die.
He wished to keep living.
There's a lot of smoke out there.
Seems when Asgard fell, pieces of it landed all over the realms. There might still be some Einherjar near them, but that's not what I brought you here to see.
Mother? My shrine in Jotunheim. She destroyed it. She didn't want us to know our fate.
We forged our own path because of her.
She went against her own people. Our people. To protect you. It don't all open. I'm sorry.
Father, I need to talk to you about something. There are other giants out there, and I've got to find them. I think I know where to look, but they're my responsibility. I need to do this alone. I don't want to do it alone, but I need to. It's hard to explain.
Does it frighten you?
Yeah.
That is why you must do it.
Like you taught me. Yeah.
We survived today because of your choices. Who to trust. Who to call friend. Son. You are ready.
Remember our promise.
Loki will go. Atreus. Atreus remains.
Take care of everyone.
did you see in there, brother?
A path. One I had never imagined.
And what now?
There is much to do. Much to rebuild. Would you join me?
Aye.
We'll see to it. Together.
Freya, we should probably talk about Gná.
We don't need to talk about her. We just need to find her.
But Odin chose her as his new Valkyrie queen. A Vanir goddess, your friend.
Gná pledged loyalty to Asgard long ago, and our friendship ended soon after.
What happened?
I made a choice. One she couldn't accept. Kratos. She hates me. She will be a problem for us. Better we find her than she finds us.
Another one for the big boy himself. Skull!
Skull!
We can hold a few dozen per camp. Families will stay together, obviously.
Take care, Kratos.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And we'll bring all the supplies we can, although it won't be much.
Don't worry about it. Anyone who's able can head out for extra supplies. Aesir and Vanir.
Together.
Where to first?
We could take care of any lingering business in the realms.
Or investigate those pieces of Asgard?
Either way, we're with you, brother. Lunda also mentioned there's going to be a get-together to honor Grot's memory at Rab's Tavern in Svartalfheim. I'd like to go.
Hey guys, it's Ma here. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video and have enjoyed God of War Ragnarok as a series. Now, as you see on the screen, this is a whole different case of time when I went with the Gná. The Queen of Valkyries, quote unquote, like in the case of Sigurd, and by the way, this fight isn't just like Sigurd. It is as annoying and ridiculous, but at the same time, it's still cool. It has cool in-depthness from the case of Freya, even though it could have more, but overall, just objectively as a form of fight and every case stuff, it's cool in its own right. But we're not going to be talking over this in the form you guys are seeing, even though you guys can see in my case of struggle. I want to go talk about it in the form of me just saying, one, I appreciate all of y'all for sticking around and watching the series and coming this far with me and watching. And by the time you guys watch this, we possibly hit different milestones and different cool stuff, and even we haven't. I'm hoping that we have done good in the case of being consistent and doing good, as I always try to go ahead and go to the hills to do. But I just wanted to say all around thank you, and I appreciate all of y'all for being there for me and giving me praise here and there for the case of doing great A stuff with my channel, and just all around being there for me, supporting me, being consistent on watching, showing it possibly to other people, subscribing in the first place. It's everything that means the world to me, and the fact that I just have this channel as a whole. I just mean that a lot. I appreciate y'all, and I couldn't ask for any better form of subscribers. And it might not seem like sometimes I full-blown appreciate it, possibly to some of y'all, but I really mean it. I appreciate y'all. I also want to go ahead and just say thank you to everybody who has something to do with God of War Ragnarok. Thank you to the people that put together it. Thank you to Christopher Judge for playing Kratos so defiantly, representing the God of War from his past mistakes to now his future rebuilding of his character, and representing a God who is truly now worthy of worship and all this other cool stuff. I appreciate every voice actor, every person. Shout out to Ryan Hurst, a banger voice actor and actor. They got the man who played Thanos, defining the burly God of Thunder himself in full, solemnly. Shout out to, I forgot his name, Corey Barlog, for being the producer and the executive director doing sayings and stuff that comes from the case of God of War. Correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously Corey Barlog has been an OG, double top G when it comes to sayings and stuff being worked on for a big while. So I appreciate him for doing what he needs to when it comes down to obviously making things work and all that. I love this man's overall, I can say, man, for the stories and other things. I can't wait to see where possibly God of War 6 comes into play or whatever. Most likely, as you guys saw, Loki is going on to do his own stuff, aka Atreus, possibly going to other lands. I would like it to be Egypt. I can't wait to see how Egypt will be like and how it will be in the form of how God of War Ragnarok and other stuff looks like. But at the same time, if they would not go to Egypt and go somewhere more in the state of suitedness for Atreus, if Atreus is supposed to be the next form of mainline protagonist we've seen that we can play as him, right? And possibly the form of the God of Mischief series coming to play, but still coexisting within God of War, but a series aligned only with Atreus and God of War, something a thing, and Kratos coming to play for stories. Because for right now, especially just within the mainline correspondence within the verse, it's really just Kratos and Freya going about things and helping the Nine Realms, and later on Kratos being held up with a statue as being a god worthy of worship, and people being inspired by him, and him being something that everybody could have a form of love for and all that. And that's the big interesting and lovely part about it. because of the fact that obviously Kratos for so long, anytime he would ever be worshipped or seen as a god or something, he was just a god being worthy of the namesake of fear, not a god truly worthy of the senses of respect or care from anybody. And so now being put with that, and Kratos no longer being, evil or a gray line, just a very out of pocket case of a person, my man's now someone that could be truly counted as an anti-hero that has a solid means for himself. And I like the character depth of Kratos, and now a crazy time of all to be saying something like this, but at the same time not, because if you guys remember all the way back, I hold up my promise now. If you guys remember, a little synopsis of what I said that if Kratos shows true different character development and not really the same form of it, which I want to go ahead and update my overarching points with this, because that's when I was younger and I've changed and different things come into different play, will evolve in the state of namesake with it. I wanted to say that, one, I believe Kratos is a better form of character. I don't think Kratos is just a form of a gray kind of mid type of character anymore, right? Because I thought Kratos in some cases was kind of bland. There's some instances where I still kind of think that was the case in different forms of things, but Kratos has changed, and there's been elements that align with why Kratos is him, right? And he's not just a bad character, and I'm not trying to say overarchingly he was. There's a great snippet of stuff that kind of took away my overbearing likeness of for the character, because all around he didn't do that much that really had my interest. That doesn't mean he was bad. Again, it's just simply he wasn't in my full case of interest to really have the biggest case of care as well, because simply he just was not of that big interesting form, because again, he wasn't my thing. He's a character that's kind of weird and makes to get around, and Kratos is the known type of character for everybody of that time. But again, I keep my promise that I believe Kratos is a solemn character and changed and has bigger in-depth things about him that make him overarching cool character to rock with. So again, I repeat, I don't think he's a bad character. I think he's solid. I think Kratos is a very interesting and depth form of a character, and I like the things that they take from the Finn God of War and put them together. And from there, incorporate a character that is very interesting and in depth, has all this bigger, deep storytelling coming together in his past and history that you could tie into. And again, Christopher Judge defines him greatly solemn actor, and within the capability for God of War to be getting a live action movie, because I know for a fact, such counted in different cases, that Amazon has planned to go and make a God of War live action show, and I was just it would be taking place from God of War 4, because there's been some different mixes. But whoever plays Kratos, I hope they define him greatly, but if you would ask me who I think would be good, Christopher Judge could easily suit him the best. I mean, he's played him, obviously. He's motion captain, same height, same feel. He rocks with the character. He comfies the character so solemnly. I mean, I think someone like Jason Momoa or even The Rock, if he got better direction and he pushed on to keep doing the same feel of it and play the character that's actually resuming from being in the place of anti-hero, not in the same form of Black Adam, right? But it's just that's just how I personally feel in the case of the directional sense for how the character could all around go, right? But as well as I feel that with the character depth of Kratos, I can't wait to see how he goes. Like I said, kind of within the technically, I feel like, because there's a point where it kind of went weird in a sense. It wasn't exactly. It's just like, with the character, and I'm saying all this from I'm not saying this with water and this going out from tongue, and I'm glad I've proceeded in saying everything I wanted to, because there's a lot I really want to say to you guys. But again, within the timing, I was just saying that with the character and his growth and what he could proceed to do overarchingly as a character worthy of worship and doing this stuff, and not just being up in Norse pantheon helping out rebuilding the Nine Realms and helping people. If he would go to Egypt himself and other stuff corresponding to it would be cool. Now, from a theory / possible idea for God of War 6, aka God of Mischief, for Loki, aka Atreus, going to Egypt and evolving the Jotunar, doing stuff in Egypt and stuff, that would be okay with me too. It's just as well if he would go to Japan I think that would also suit Atreus. It wouldn't match up with the other places that he would have to go to. And at the same time, if he would follow up for how he went from the Norse Pantheon, went about all this arcade stuff, that would also be cool as well. No baggage, no bad feel with it, you know what I mean? It would all around be cool in every case of the way. I just want you guys to know that's just what I feel like could be coming if it would go that type of way, you know, in an overarching scale stuff. But final overarching things, my thoughts for God of War Ragnarok and everything that I loved about it. I love the voice acting. I love the direction. Shout out to Kurt Ball, Christopher Judge, all the same matter for people who did it. All y'all are lovely voice actors and actresses and dope people. The game looks good. One of my favorite games. Game of the fucking year of 2022. Fuck Elden Ring. Alright, my nigga? I'm joking. I'm going to full try that game. I'm going to retry that game. It was some bullshit. But I'm going to go ahead and full get a better form of opinion of it. If I don't like it, it is what it is. But if I tried it and I actually put in some work on that game and full tried it, then we'll see. Because the game really just got on my nerves, and it's been a minute since I played, and obviously I need to get reinvested into it, right? But I'm going to take my time with all that in a sense and see what it brings me in comparison, but overarchingly, in the state of how the game was like in comparison to God of War. It just wasn't my thing, obviously, and that goes with a lot of people. I'm not the first person to say that. I'm probably not going to be the last. But overall, I don't like Dark Souls games. I don't like the form of Elden Ring. It's not a fun game all around to me. I do not fuck with the setup, the feel of it, the system. None of it's in my case of interest all around. But still, when it comes down to God of War Ragnarok and how much of a banger case of a game it is, it will always be one of my top favorite games, and I love it in every type of way possible. I hope you guys enjoyed me playing it. I hope you guys will enjoy possibly more that I will bring. And by the way, even though I'm losing here in comparison to Gana, as expected with the case of Surgeon, I beated Gana, and with at the same time me beating her, I learned a little bit more in different cases involving characters, power scaling, other segments of shit. So if you guys want to see things about God of War, let me know. I'll always be down to. I like the verse overall for the most part. Yeah. I hope you guys will enjoy the new case of content that comes. I love y'all. I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, Marmy. Love y'all. Peak version of gaming history ever. You really gotta love how this game produced great greatness. A game like no other, man. I'm going to see you on the next one. Hopefully, Father and Son Simulator Part 3 will be good. Father and Son Simulator 0.3.